Hello, welcome to my channel. Today, I'll tell you an incredible story from the forgotten pages of history. This is the story of a profession that defied nature, changed global trade forever, and then vanished in an instant. Today's topic: the Ice Kings of the 19th century. Before watching the video, subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new videos. Enjoy! In the brutal winters of early 1800s New England, a unique kind of gold rush began. But the treasure wasn't hidden in the hills. It was locked in the frozen surfaces of its lakes. Teams of men and horses ventured onto the ice, performing a dangerous, seasonal ballet. With special saws and plows, they carved a grid into the frozen landscape, harvesting massive, crystal-clear blocks. This was backbreaking, perilous work, with the constant risk of hypothermia or plunging into the freezing water below. But this ice wasn't for local use. This was the birth of a global supply chain, the first step in turning frozen water into one of the 19th century's most unexpected commodities. The mastermind behind this impossible trade was a Bostonian named Frederic Tudor. Convinced he could sell winter to the tropics, he was initially ridiculed as the Ice King, and his venture was dismissed as Tudor's folly. His first cargo to Martinique in 1806 was a catastrophic failure, melting into financial ruin. But Tudor was relentless. He poured his entire fortune into a seemingly insane quest, obsessively experimenting with insulation for years. While his competitors laughed, Tudor was slowly, painstakingly solving the puzzle that would change everything. Tudor's eureka moment came not with a complex invention, but with a simple waste product: sawdust. He discovered that sawdust, which was cheap and readily available, provided perfect insulation, dramatically slowing the melting process. This was the key. He could now build a network of insulated ice warehouses in sweltering southern ports and design specialized sailing ships to maintain the frozen cargo. He wasn't just moving ice. He was inventing the world's first integrated cold chain, a logistical miracle that could preserve a perishable product across oceans and through different climates for months on end. Harvesting and shipping the ice was only half the battle. Tudor now faced his greatest challenge. He had to create a market from nothing. He traveled to ports like Havana and Calcutta, teaching bartenders how to make iced cocktails and convincing doctors of its medical benefits for reducing fevers. He gave away free ice to create buzz and demand. He was selling a new luxury, a sensation of cold in a world of heat. Through sheer force of will, he turned his product from a novelty into a status symbol and an essential luxury for colonial life, creating a thirst that only he could quench. Tudor's perseverance paid off, spawning a massive, industrial-scale empire. By the mid-1800s, ice harvesting was a scientific process involving hundreds of workers. The industry expanded westward to the Great Lakes, and powerful monopolies like the Ice Trust emerged. The icebox became a standard fixture in American homes. At its peak, American ice was one of the nation's most surprising exports, shipped as far as India, Australia, and China. It was a testament to a new kind of American ambition, the power to harvest nature itself and sell it to the world. But an industry built entirely on nature's whim was living on borrowed time. The first crack appeared with the invention of mechanical refrigeration in the 1850s. For the first time, factories could produce clean, reliable ice year-round, unaffected by a warm winter. The final, killing blow came with the widespread adoption of the domestic electric refrigerator in the 1920s. Why rely on a delivered block of melting, sometimes dirty, natural ice when you could make your own with the flip of a switch? Almost overnight, the entire epic enterprise, the cutters, the ships, the warehouses, was rendered obsolete. The world of the ice cutter has completely melted away, leaving almost no physical trace. But its legacy is woven into the fabric of our modern world. It was a pioneer of global supply chains and temperature-controlled logistics, concepts that are the bedrock of our globalized economy. It was a story of sheer human audacity, of the boldness to sell winter to the tropics. So, the next time you hear the simple clink of an ice cube in your glass, remember the epic, frozen journey it represents. A journey carved by hand from a frozen river and sailed across the world, a ghost of a forgotten empire. Thank you for joining me on this journey through these forgotten pages of history. I hope this story has affected you as much as it has me. The past is filled with countless lost professions, like the Ice Kings. Which forgotten profession story would you like to hear? Don't forget to leave a comment. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications. See you in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.